Bonjour à tous. Allez, on est parti sur Sherlock Holmes, la suite de la quête du dueliste, un truc du genre. Œil pour œil. On y va. C'est parti, donc on devait trouver... ouais, ça. Le lieu du truc. Et on avait aussi encore un petit défi, la deuxième règle à satisfaire. Règle qui était de ne tuer jamais personne, je crois. Alors, les règles du duel. Ne versez pas de sang lors des duels ou autres rencontres du club. Et on devait trouver ça. Lettre brûlée. Mhm. On n'a pas du tout d'indice où trouver... Ah, faut demander à des gens. On demande à ce monsieur
May
fortuné.
I ask for your assistance?
That's a question I can answer.
Le sud de Grand Sarret. Le sud de Grand... Ah ouais, le sud de Grand Sarret, quoi. Mais c'est loin. Chut. Un truc du genre ici, quelque part. Hein. On va commencer ici. Oh, puis on a la nuit, c'est pas terrible.
Is this
Précise.
familiar to you?
I'd tell you if I knew, but unfortunately, I don't. How are you?
Ok, madame. Là, un gentleman.
Can I ask you a question?
I can't help you with that, sir.
Il ne peut point m'aider. Et vous, Milady?
Are you able to help me?
I'm so sorry. I can't help you, sir.
Everyone's looking at us, Sherry. You sure you know what you're doing?
Écoute, ouais, par le bug du machin. Apparemment, c'est pas par ici. On n'a pas 36 de sud. Hein.
May I ask for your assistance?
That's a question I can answer.
Sur Baskerville, entre Solro et Silence Way. Alors... Solro, ok, ici quelque part. Concentration. Sérieux? Genre on va aller là où ils nous disent. Ah c'est ici quelque part. Des escaliers là. Ah c'est sûr, Baskerville, ils ont dit. Ça, hein. Pas fou. Sur Baskerville, ok. Et voilà.
Please come in, sir. The gentlemen are waiting for you on the training ground. Down the stairs.
Ah, enfin je sauvegarde je pense.
Fancy. Not every manor has a custom floor.
That is the von Kramkrest, the old Prussian noble family.
Un livre d'or dans configure les messages de nombreux visiteurs réputés. Oh, prince héritier de Prussie. Gouverneur de coordonnement.
They must be patrons of the club.
How often do you think they check the submission box? My application deserves prompt consideration.
Je pense qu'il va falloir sauvegarder pour le duel. La règle ne verser pas le sang. Ouais. Il faut tuer personne. Un joli capio.
Shake a leg in the kitchen. You can overcome the brute now.
Too simple.
Tout simple.
Get ready for some pain.
Bon, tu recharges. Oh là là.
Time to knock this guy out.
Ils sont durs, hein.
No more crime for you and...
The snuff's ready.
Oh, ça fait mal. Léo. On va changer. Oh là là.
I'm coming for you. I don't miss the party.
Don't give him the pepper snuff.
Bon, je vois plus rien.
Take a rest, my friend.
The snuff's ready.
C'est couteau.
I'm coming
Faut
for
le
you.
faire en priorité parce que sinon c'est trop chiant.
Too simple.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Celui-là. Partie de merde,
The
c'est
snuff's
chiant.
ready.
Oh là là, ils sont trop.
Just die.
Take a rest,
Voilà.
my friend. Don't cry, you'll live.
Oh, cry, you live. You, there you
It's all yours now. Go for it.
go. Don't cry, you live.
Take a rest, my friend.
Give him the pepper snuff.
Aïe. Oh, petit trou dead.
Don't cry, you'll...
The snuff's ready.
Et voilà. Je crois qu'on en a tué aucun. Hein. Pas tout vu.
I must say, Sherry, that was near
Ah ouais.
perfect. Could it be that you're not completely hopeless?
Ok, donc c'est bon. On a tué personne, on avait gagné le défi. Ok, maintenant il faut trouver les preuves. Alors, il faut cette porte là. Quoi? En 1689, par August von Kram. Ok. Il devait tuer 22 canards par une nuit sur lune pour gagner l'affection de la sublime Lady Edwidge. Malheureusement, il s'agissait d'une nuit particulièrement sombre et le tireur tua 2 innocents badauds à la place. Oui. Après avoir perdu son pari et sa bien-aimée, Auguste jura de maîtriser l'art du tir et fonda dans ce but le club de tir à l'aveugle. Pour prouver leur talent, les pratiquants devaient tirer à travers un écran. Un écran de fumée peut-être. Cette tâche devint rapidement monotone et les membres du club passèrent à un entraînement plus actif lors des duels à l'aveugle. Le club fut donc renommé Club de duel à l'aveugle. En 1777, après la mort d'un des membres, d'importants changements furent introduits, dont le remplacement des balles réelles par des cartouches à blanc artisanales. Le club se divisa en plusieurs branches et existe aujourd'hui dans différents pays afin de garder l'intact art du tir de précision allemand.
The same ingredient was used in the dueling revolver's ammunition. All these places are perfectly secluded, ideal for private duels.
Ok.
Clever system.
C'est quoi ça?
A nice apricot aroma. Marilyn schnapps, I presume. Half full.
Moi c'était 2.
2 glasses with dregs of alcohol. Should I pour us a drink, John?
Et Ok, c'est des télégrammes. Ne peut pas venir, peur pour ma vie, doit quitter Cordeneuil immédiatement, désolé, fais attention, Dorfman. Ces satanés anarchistes sont partout, c'est leur faute, je viendrai à notre réunion d'urgence tout de suite, j'amènerai mes hommes demain. Je serai là, hélas, pas von Staub, quelle perte, qui était-ce? Les dualistes gauchers d'Angleterre. Ok. Alors, qu'est-ce qu'il y a d'autre? Piu piu piu. On va faire un truc qu'on voit pas ici. Ah, le verre cassé.
Glass crushed underfoot with damp traces still visible.
On va sortir ici. On va sortir ici. On peut pas sortir ici. Ah. Peut-être qu'il me manque un truc du coup. Je peux sortir nulle part. Ah, voilà. Un levier secret. On va bouger ceci, non? Là-bas, il n'y avait rien, non. Ah ah! Quand ils aiment le jaune, hein. Radius, les tuiles sont jaunes, les murs sont jaunes.
Who the devil are you? I won't go down without a fight.
Sherlock Holmes, and if I wanted a fight, you would already be on the floor. Fortunately...
Is that so? Well, come on, pretty boy.
Enough. Your compatriots attacked me and I responded. They still have their lives.
True. At least you are not a murderer. Fine, you may speak.
Alors, falloir observer ce monsieur. Il a une mauvaise vue, il a un œil de verre. Tache rouge, peut-être du sang. Et il est sale. Ça devait être lui le troisième membre qui se baladait. Moi, je pense que c'était le témoin de voleur.
So you are Mr. Von Kram, one of the club's best shots, the referee of the deadly duel, and witness to Mr. Von Staub's murder.
Incorrect. I am the best shot at the club. Heinrich Fürgen von Kram. But...
Your clothes, Mr. Von Kram, the dirt on your trousers confirms your presence in the old ruins. And your jacket features a bloodstain from your attempts to save Mr. Von Staub.
That is... impressive.
It is merely inferential.
Be my guest. I have nothing to hide.
Alors... Où est
I'd like
l'autre
to...
dueliste?
He left the island. Mr. Dorfman was sure he is innocent.
Indeed, from his position it would be impossible to fire the bullet at such a downward trajectory, but... So, what transpired in the old...
Everything began as normal. The signatures, choice of weapons. I checked it all. Erich stood to my left, and his opponent, Mr. Dorfman, to my right. Before they could begin, the killer fired.
Why are you so...
The sound was different. Not a Webley revolver, and further away. The killer must be an excellent shot to hit the heart.
Did you or the other duelist?
No. The killer slipped away into the hills, so we...
And neither of you pursued the...
I will not have my character impugned. We had only blank cartridges.
You said the killer was an excellent
Definitely not. No one from...
What
I heard Eric cry out and fall. Mr. Dorfman turned and fired at the killer, but I shouted at him to stop and help. I tried to save Eric, but...
Ok.
I don't know what you're
On
talking
va dire
about.
ouais. On s'en fout.
I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before.
You have a nice collection.
Ah, a fellow connoisseur of firearms.
What caught my eye is a missing Lamar.
Ah, that one. I lost it.
A bet.
That's private, Mr. Holmes.
Ah si, justement.
I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this. I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before. I've never seen this before.
On va tout faire.
I don't know what you're talking about. I've never seen this before. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this.
It seems you owed Mr. von Staub a small...
A fortune to you, perhaps, but a trifle to me. Our debts ebbed and flowed. In our next contest, there was every chance I would win it back. Eric was too concerned about all that. Frankly, he often lacked the demeanor of a nobleman.
Ok.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know what you're talking about.
Last year, there was a similar incident in which a duelist died. What can you tell me?
A tragedy. I shot too well, and my opponent stumbled from the impact. He slipped and fell down. I have not participated in a duel since. Instead, I only take the role. I swore that no other club member would die in a duel. Alas, someone else... I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I can't help you with this. I've never seen this before.
As it happens, a Lamat 42 caliber revolver was discovered at the...
I did, but my Lamat was a 30.
And you can...
My word is proof enough. If...
Ouais, si je le dis, alors c'est vrai, quoi. Il est sérieux. Va falloir fouiller son petit bureau.
Your ability to perceive the world can be developed.
Recordings labeled in Braille. Doesn't appear to be the happiest childhood. Cecilia von Kram with Heinrich, Cologne, 1864. Mein Wunder.
Pew pew.
How to sharpen one's senses. A remarkable tool to conveniently enhance anything. There must be more you can recall from the day of the duel.
I wish. My eyes...
Yes, your blindness. An affliction since childhood, one presumes. No scars on your face and you...
I'm starting to see your work.
But this limitation developed your other senses and made you an excellent marksman. So, tell me, did you know...
I do recall a floral smell. Something artificial. It was...
Mm-hmm.
Do you recognize
ça.
this scent?
Yes. Where did you get it? Do you know...
Et voilà. C'est bien sa sœur.
Addressed to Heinrich von Kram and written with a nervous hand. Arrived just yesterday.
Oh. Je peux l'accuser, mais ils sont de ils sont
You and
peut-être
Eric.
We were, but he stood no chance.
Difficult. I need to.
Va falloir que... Non, on va ressortir par là, non? Faut que j'ai tous tapé. Ah, voilà. C'est elle. C'est sa sœur, vu qu'elle était battue et qu'il voulait la marier à un gros porc. C'est sûr. Elle habitait où déjà, elle? Ah, ici. Il y a à pied. Ah, par contre, il faudra me rhabiller en policier. Yup. Yup, yup. Allez. On va voir la lady qui a tué son frère. Comme si je pense qu'il le méritait. Hop
Good
là.
day, officer. Miss von Staub awaits you going on.
No, I'm leaving. I am sorry. What do you want?
Ah, elle part.
I
Hop, on
think
vous
the
accuse.
time has come to be honest with each other, Miss von Staub. I'll start with my confession. I misled you in our My name is Sherlock Holmes.
What?
In actuality, I was independently investigating your brother's death and came to...
How? Why?
It was not a tragic accident, miss. It was cold-blooded murder. And I know the culprit.
No. Who is he?
Nice try, but as you well know, I'm talking to the culprit right now.
What? Are you out of your mind?
Certainly not. Allow me to explain how you killed your brother.
Alors, oh, c'est quoi ça? On doit choisir que 3 preuves, ok. Alors, quels moyens ont servi au crime? Le pistolet. Alors, là, c'est le revolver manquant ou il y a le malt, je sais pas quoi là.
The missing box in your brother's room contained a Lamat, the same weapon used for the murder. You stole it to kill your brother.
What? No. Eric was obsessed with guns. I bet he simply left that revolver somewhere else.
Yes, it was left somewhere else. The crime scene. Abandoned in panic, a typical feminine response.
No, I've never been to that cursed place.
Oh, c'était bon. Quel a été le moment propice?
You
dans les
hid behind
ruines.
the wall in the ruins. None of the others present could have killed Eric from that position. Both the duelists were blindfolded and Mr. von Kram is ill-sighted.
So nobody saw anything? You're imagining...
Ah, but you forget one thing. A blind man's other senses grow stronger. Mr. von Kram detected a lavender and pine scent. That of your ointment.
You're taking the word of a sightless man. This is monstrous.
Et le mobile, eh ben, c'est le gros lard. Ah. Pourquoi il voulait marier sa sœur
It is your
au
brother
vieux
who was
gros.
monstrous. He was a tyrant and you could tolerate his abuse no longer.
Living with Eric was a nightmare, yes. But he was my brother.
Now, Miss von Staub, take your time. Tell me the truth.
After our parents died, my life slowly became hell. My brother began to humiliate me. Then he became violent.
Sans douter.
Each day he'd invent a new punishment. Shut my room, burn my paintings, starve me. And without fail, I would be beaten. All visits were forbidden, all contact verboten. I was his caged bird, his pet. When we did go out, he used me to bait influential people. He sold me to Mr. Boddington simply to earn a place amongst this island's elite.
Was that not freedom from your brother?
He sold me as a thing, sir. Who do you think this gentleman was? I could not endure more cruelty. Mr. Holmes, I'm begging you. Please don't do this to me. Don't throw me from one cage to another.
Bon allez, pour une fois, on va se montrer gentil.
You have suffered enough, Miss von Staub, but now it is over. I will not turn you into the police.
I don't know what...
The usual. With their typical stupidity, the inspectors will confidently declare the case a tragic accident, and that will be that.
I didn't expect such kindness.
Kindness? No, where the truth reveals injustice, I expect accountability, but in this matter, Miss von Staub, I see no...
Thank you, Mr. Holmes.
Allez. Ça, c'est le fois où on sera gentil dans le jeu.
I am behind you 100%. I'm sure Miss von Staub wouldn't waste the chance for a better life.
Ok. Ça, c'est tout ce qu'on a fait. Alors, le cercueil de fer. John m'a suggéré d'intégrer les forces de l'ordre, ou au moins de me faire passer pour un de ses représentants. Je considère valeur aucun suspect que je ne suis pas un agent. Ok, et c'était où ça déjà? Je ne me souviens plus. C'est la mission principale. Ça c'est les meubles. Les meubles. Le cercueil de fer. Okay. Cellule du poste de police. Par là, au nord.
Extra, extra! Turning a blind eye. A blind interest. Check the front page. You won't regret.
Check the front page. Ok. Ce qu'on a fait quoi. Alors, allons jouer au policier comme nous l'a demandé John. Du coup, faut suivre. Faut gagner le bras de fer contre lui. Par là, par là. Par là. Et ici. On va se faire passer pour un flic. Regardez au cas où. On va gagner son défi contre John. Ouais, je suis de la police. Alors je sais plus les cellules, c'est où? C'est là, je crois. Ouais, je dois dire à aucun suspect que... C'est au suspect que je dois pas le dire. Sonne. D'ailleurs, il n'y a personne dans tous ceux qu'on a arrêtés là. C'est rigolo ça. Ils auraient pu les mettre en prison au fur et à mesure. Ou alors ils sont en prison en bas peut-être.
Oh, what a long day. Excuse me, just one question.
Oh, I don't know about that. Ask one of the others.
Are you able to help me?
Sir, with all respect, which I don't have, step aside before someone sees us together.
Time to check your who, what and what, Sherry. Who are you asking? About what and dressed as what?
J'ai juste lui parler. Il y a des méchants, lui. Ouais, je pense. Il semblait un mec qui dirige une grande société. Alors, est-ce qu'on peut aller là? Non. Ah, c'est con, moi j'aurais mis dans les prisons les mecs qu'on a capturés. Ça aurait été plus marrant.
Excuse me, are you Mr. Capello? My name is Sherlock Holmes. I'm hoping you could spare a moment to talk.
Manners, what a pleasant surprise. Most of your colleagues have lacked even the simplest of common courtesies.
You're a suspect, sir, but not yet a criminal. I shan't treat you as such. Your case is refreshingly unusual, and I wish to get to the bottom of it.
Manners and enthusiasm. Huh. May you go far, young man. What can I help you with?
Alors, observons ce monsieur. Regard concentré. Et... tenue neuve et élégante. Oh. Contusion récente. Et marié. Alors, d'assez très en entreprise, de coffre et verrou, porte-dispositif, nanana. Le premier suspect dans le meurtre de Niccolo Detti. Il a à peu près 40 ans. Ok. Ok. Alors. Premier paragraphe ne change rien, le deuxième non plus. Il est que je dirais. Allez. Impulsif. Comment il parle, il s'est pas énervé.
You are surprisingly composed for a man accused of murder. Not so easily shaken, I take it.
Life is full of surprises. You'd be astonished how many deals go sour due to a force majeure. One becomes skilled at adapting. I am confident this will all be set straight. Until then, I will endure.
Much how you endure that injured hand. Those bruises look painful, but you seem barely aware of it. Were you attacked?
Ah, no. A minor accident, nothing more. My heady days as a man out to prove his valor are far behind me. I now know that to succeed in life, one must stay calm and plan ahead. The world will turn your way eventually. And if it does not, then one must persuade it so.
Please, tell me how you ended up in this situation.
Well, this morning some clients arrived to finalize their purchase of a Capello modular safe. But when we opened the door, out tumbled a dead man.
And I take it this wasn't normal?
No, I normally keep my corpses in the wardrobe. Please, young man, spare me your wit. The rest of the day was a blur. I recognized the victim, and it seems so did the police. That was enough to make me the main suspect.
Who sent for the authorities?
No one. As it happens, we had a break-in last night. Nothing was stolen, but for insurance purposes, the report had to be made.
Okay.
So, police officers just happened to be on the premises when we discovered the body in the safe.
C'est bizarre, ça.
You mentioned you were showing your wares to some prospective buyers when the safe was opened. Who were they?
Clerks from the bank. They inspected the safe from top to bottom yesterday. I assumed the sale was just a formality at that point.
And the safe was closed?
It's usually open, but it locks automatically when the door swings closed. That's another marvelous Capello invention.
A coffin that locks itself. Marvelous indeed. Help me grasp your movements yesterday. What time did you meet the customers from the bank, and did you have any other appointments?
Yesterday, the bank clerks arrived at 10 a.m. Afterwards, I was alone in the office until my wife Augusta came in at 3 p.m. I left for home at 6:30 p.m.
And what about this morning?
Our meeting for the demonstration was set for 9 a.m. I arrived about half an hour prior in order to prepare.
I have one final inquiry. Do you recall the time at which the safe door was closed?
Young man, I may just as well ask you when you closed your cigar case. I have opened our safes a dozen times a day for a dozen years. I do not recall.
You say you became the suspect when the police identified the victim. Is there history between you?
Surely you jest. That man and I have never met and never would, unless he became the first deity in history to use our products.
Some sort of family feud? I'm afraid I'm not familiar.
You must be new to Godona. It's an old tale. Back in Italy, generations ago, the deities tried to ruin our family business. They nearly succeeded. The Capellos rightfully struck back, but there has been bad blood ever since.
And does that blood flow in you too?
I told you, sir, it's an old story, or it was. I fear this horrible event portends worse to come. My wife may be in danger as we speak.
I'd like to inquire...
I'm not sure I see the connection, but if you wish to know more, talk to Billy Lloyd, the night watchman.
Was it also Billy that discovered the burglar?
No, my wife did. She had stayed late yesterday. Poor Augusta. At least she's safer with the police than at home alone.
Okay.
Here, take my card. Billy should be on site to assist with the investigation.
Thank you.
Please, treat her gently. Women, I shall eagerly await your return.
Merci, monsieur. La fille a des trucs chelous. Oui, ok. Genre le même truc. Alors, sa femme, où est-ce qu'elle est? Augusta, elle s'appelle. Est-ce qu'elle est pas là?
Please wait in the office. The inspector will be here soon.
Non, j'ai pas le temps de lire. Augusta.
You must be the...
Would you be Augusta Capello?
Must I really repeat myself to every baby-faced man in uniform that strides in?
Forgive me, I am not the inspector, but I am well...
Then I have nothing to say to you. Come back with the inspector in...
Ah, prouver que je suis fort. Quoi, du laudanum? Je sais même pas ce que c'est. Il y a une petite broche en forme de harpe. Elle aime bien jouer avec son anneau. T'as vu que c'était anxieuse quand on l'a... On a fait le mode concentration.
Whilst I prefer German composers, the harp solo from Lucia di Lammermoor stands out as one of Donizetti's finest contributions to the form. I'm sure Basilio thought the same.
He did. How? Did he tell you how we met?
Oh, there was no need. It is trivial to observe how much you value your memories of playing harp in the orchestra, and even an amateur Italian harpist would be familiar with Donizetti's finest work.
Yes. Music is a balm in these uncertain times. It is nice to meet another who appreciates it.
Much as I appreciate the truth. Please, Mrs. Capello, let me help you and your husband.
I am not unappreciative, sir. But I'm afraid I presently lack the strength.
Basilio tells me you were present during the burglary yesterday. What can you tell me about it?
Oh, it gave me such a fright. I fainted, fell to the floor. I wish I could help you, but I'm just utterly useless. Please, I want to rest before the inspector arrives.
Were you familiar with the deceased man found?
No. I did not.
You've had quite the day, Mrs. Capello. I shall leave you.
Super, elle a servi à que dalle. Bon. Il va falloir trouver... Billy. Alors sur Adler, à l'est de la cathédrale Saint-Clément. Alors, la cathédrale Saint-Clément, c'est celle-là, ouais. La rue Adler, ok. Ah, j'ai pas bien regardé. Tac, et gauche. Et après, hein. C'était ça. Hein. C'est pas ici. Tac. À l'est, ouais. Outt. Alors, barbier. Ah, ça y est, on va trouver. C'est ça. On rentre. On va parler aux gardes. On va peut-être fouiller avant.
Hello there.
Salut. On va faire fouiller avant.
The best on the market. You can wallop them, you can burn them, nothing will work.
I bet he tested that himself.
Excuse...
Ill-fitting pants, wonky nose, and hair that appears to have been cut by your own hand.
Oh, it's you!
You did?
You're Mirko Gallia, the best investigative journalist on Cordona. I'm a fan of your work.
Alas, you're mistaken.
Oh, of course. Discretion. I'm sorry. I doubt the policeman upstairs heard me, though, so your secret is safe with me, Sherlock.
Mr. Capello told me you were present during the burglary and scared the criminal off the property?
Hey, you should have seen it. As soon as the burglars saw me, they went white as death. Ran out the back door of the office. I heard a thud and cat shrieks, so I think they went over the railing and into the bushes out back. Clearly, my reputation precedes me. Mr. Capello was so proud.
You're a guard, but you didn't give chase.
Well, by the time I made it outside, they were miles away. So I went back to help Mrs. Capello. That kind of gentlemanly courtesy is why I'm so well regarded round these parts.
What did the thief...
Shorter than me, mid-20s, a huge scar across the right cheek going from the eye. Short hair. She didn't look like a ghost. Too corporeal.
Hold on. She? You didn't think to...
Why did you assume it was a man? It's the 19th century, sir. Ambitious young women are out there pursuing a career, and I, for one, encourage it.
Yes, spare me the sermon. When did the burglary happen?
Oh, after 10 in the evening. I was...
Does she normally work this late?
No, it's the first time it happened. Usually I'm alone at night. I was explaining to Mrs. Capello how drinking water every 3 hours can help with digestion, when she excused herself and went back upstairs. Then there was a scream, and I ran up to the office, and...
I know what happened next, thank you. What about last evening? Do you have any more details about the break-in?
Of course. I write down everything that happens during my watch. Take a look.
Fastidious in its mundanity, but I will make of it what I can. I must go and inspect the crime scene. If I have further questions, Mr. Law...
Oh, don't worry.
Right.
Curieux.
Strength, security, peace of mind. Tacky.
Boom, boom.
Well, you know, that's your opinion, good sir.
Ici, c'est une salle de bain, il n'y a que dalle. Ok. Donc il faut monter, examiner le lieu du crime. Ah, les yeux. Ah, c'est l'officier.
Why do I get the worst jobs?
The bottle is half empty.
Ok. Un seul verre.
A wine, well enjoyed.
Ah, on pareil sur la lettre là, mais c'est pas ça apparemment. Ah ah. Oh.
Recently used, but why would it be here?
On l'a caché quand quelqu'un est arrivé. Laisse taper l'autre mec. Et ça c'est quoi?
Bulging veins, cyanosis, bloodshot eyes, odd foaming in the mouth.
Il était empoisonné peut-être avec le verre.
Bruises, torn nails, bleeding was severe and continued at length. Clothes are not fully buttoned. Was the victim dressing or undressing?
Yep. Là il y a un bleu.
Clear indications of blunt trauma, possibly inflicted before the victim was in the safe.
Alors, qu'est-ce que j'aurais raté? Ça c'est fait, ça c'est fait. Ah, là.
Blood on the safe door could have been left by the victim. What a rotten way to die.
Yeah, what a shame.
Do you know anything else about the dead body?
Well, there is the rule of threes. You can survive 3 weeks without food, 3 days without water, 3 hours in harsh weather, and 3 minutes
of you talking
without air. I'm sorry, did you say something?
No, very enlightening, Mr. Lloyd, thank you.
I don't know. I don't know. I know of it, but forgot.
Huh?
What can you tell me about Mr.
He's a good employer, but very focused on work, and very serious about security, of course, since he employed a night watch of my caliber. Not everyone appreciates his strict business approach, though. Store clerks don't seem to last long in the office.
Good to know.
Okay.
Is this code memo?
Oh yes, it's the same combination code everywhere. It corresponds to Mrs. In fact, during this year's celebration, I was allowed a sip of champagne. That's when I had to drop.
Okay, thank you, Billy. Have you noticed anything different about Mrs. Capello recently?
Not really. She talks to me more when I start my shift. Probably because of the 100 Best Curry Recipes book I'm reading. Oh, and we've been running out of paper a lot lately, so she often sends me out to buy more for her. She's very particular about the paper we use. Only one store on the island stocks it, and it's on the other side of the town. But I'm really fast.
Interesting, thank you.
Elle l'a envoyé pour se taper quelqu'un. Lui, certainement. Je veux ce papier qui est à l'autre bout de la ville. Va me le chercher, s'il te plaît. Et... mince. Fais voir, je peux lire.
A concert program from 7 years ago. An Augusta La Duce.
Ok. C'est une harpiste. Oh, elle met toujours la musique. On voit des partitions là.
Two theatre tickets for Shakespeare's Othello. The performance is tomorrow.
Have to respect the classics.
Mais est-ce que c'était avec son mari qu'elle devait y aller? Augustin, je crains que mon rendez-vous avec un client important ne nous empêche de discuter aujourd'hui. Mais ton désir de travailler si tard m'inquiète. Cela semble être pour toi une source de bonheur et c'est pour cette raison que j'en ai pas parlé jusqu'à présent, mais peut-être serait-il sage d'avoir une conversation sur le sujet. Je suis sûr que nous pourrions trouver Un autre arrangement. Basilio. Ok. Concentrons-nous. Pédale. Et ici. Les clés. Hop, on les pique. Niccolo Detti, le jeune héritier de l'entreprise familiale des Detti, revenu en Cordona après 12 ans d'études et de travail sur le continent. Son retour coïncide avec le départ d'Orazio Detti pour l'Italie et indique la possibilité que Niccolo prévoit de reprendre les affaires familiales sur l'île. Nous suivrons de près l'évolution de la situation et chercherons à obtenir une réaction de Basilio Copello. La querelle qui oppose les Copello et les Detti existe depuis plus de 200 ans. Et bien qu'il n'y ait guère eu de coup d'éclat ces dernières décennies, certains se rappellent encore les conflits ayant tué l'ère de Gonzalo Detti et de Vitalo Copello. Nous espérons que la jeunesse d'esprit de Niccolo et que le calme d'homme d'affaires de Basilio permettront aux deux familles de trouver un terrain d'entente. Alors, j'ai récemment été informé que le retour imminent de Niccolo. Ok, encore de mal, nous ignorons que cela signifie pour le futur de la famille Detti, mais Orazio semble déterminé à rester à Romana. Libre à vous de former votre propre opinion sur la chose. Je souhaitais ainsi, par la présente, vous recommander, avec force et au nom de la famille entière, d'éviter tout contact avec Niccolo. Nul ici ne se doute de votre capacité à garder votre sang-froid, même sous la provocation, mais nous sommes à même de dire ce que les deux Detti préparent. Ok, donc apparemment c'est vraiment un mec qui savait garder son sang-froid là. Bon, c'est parce qu'il sait le garder qu'il l'a gardé. Ok, son agenda. Rendez-vous avec un détective.
Well-organized workplace?
Mr. Capello is the best.
Okay, this chap is seriously creepy.
Le jeu de clés de la dame. Fouillons, fouillons.